Hi everyone, Donna here. I'm the owner here at Bookkeeping Made Simple. I am so sorry. I have kind of fallen off of the morning video bandwagon for about 3 reasons. Number one, I talked on Monday about doing calendar blocking. So I have blocked out all of my time on my calendar, and it has been very interesting that I forgot to block time to do my morning videos. Okay, so that's 100% on me. If I start doing them at 9 o'clock, the phones come on for the office at 9, and I find that somebody always wants to call me at 2 minutes after 9 o'clock. And so if I get distracted during this video, that's probably why. And I am bringing on someone next week who will be taking care of that. She will be on the phones at 9. She will be, answering the inbound calls. But it is distracting when I'm in the middle of this is basically a meeting, and I am getting phone calls. Usually I turn all that off. The other reason is it is 1099 week. Monday is the day that they have to be postmarked. Okay, because the 31st falls on a Sunday, they're giving us until Monday. So yeah, you have to have your 1099s and 1096s postmarked both to the IRS and to your contractors. So we have been kind of scrambling this week to make sure we have all of the information that we need to send out 1099s. Still have a couple that are missing for one client. So there's been a lot of printing and envelope stuffing and verifying and reviewing and making sure everything's correct before we can send anything out. These are informational returns that go to the IRS so that they can cross-check your contractor's income against what they declare on their their 1040. That's all it is. Basically, you are required to file them if you have if you have specific outflows. So there's been a lot of cross-checking and getting things ready to go out. Also, it's been a little bit crazy because of the RobinHood situation. Now, if you don't know, if you haven't heard me talk about it, my boyfriend's an options trader. So he's very heavily in that world, and it has been absolutely nuts. Just crazy. As of today, I think GameStop is up 800%. It maybe come down. I think it's come down from there. And Dogecoin or Dogcoin is up 800%. And so he's been very loudly on the phone the next time. So that's been crazy. If you're wondering what my stance on all of that, it is let the market work. I do not believe that RobinHood should have been allowed to turn off purchasing of shorted stocks. I believe hedge fund managers are paid big bucks to be smart and not let themselves get caught shorted that badly. That's kind of their job. So the problem is that these hedge fund managers were heavily shorted, heavily. And that is a very risky position to take. So they didn't cover themselves. They didn't do their jobs. So yeah, I do not know enough about stocks and options and shorts in particular to be able to give a lot of information on this, but I do agree with those who say that RobinHood is breaking the law when they shut down buying stocks and they started selling stocks without the owner's knowledge or permission. So I really don't like the idea of changing the rules in the middle of the game. So, I mean, I'm not in charge, unfortunately. So, my failures, RobinHood, 1099s, okay. Take advantage of the newly extended employee retention credit. This was originally given under the CARES Act. It was extended under the Taxpayer Certainty and Disaster Relief Act, which was enacted December 27th, 2020, which means that we are still figuring a few things out. So it modifies and extends the employer retention credit for 6 more months, so through June. There's a few things that are going to change. You may be eligible for a refundable credit. There are some limitations to that. So be aware that that hasn't extended until June. The tax court is upholding wages paid by parents to children. They are non-deductible allowances or spending money. So if you're paying your children, talk to me about it. You have to, the IRS says, don't blur the lines between business and family. The fact is that line is so blurry, you can't find it. My daughter will be working for me from time to time. It's just too easy to hire your kids. It's just too easy. It is kind of an obvious thing, but you do have to pay them a reasonable wage, not something that's so high that it's obviously, if you're hiring your 9-year-old to sweep out your office, you're not going to pay them $20 an hour for that. You're going to pay them minimum wage plus anything above that's going to be their allowance. Okay, and keep records. When I hire my kids, and I do from time to time, I treat them the same as my other employees. Really, they have to clock in, they have to clock out, they have to talk to me, and I warn them straight up. When I'm your boss, I'm your boss, and that does not mean that I'm not your mom in those moments. I might give them a little bit more flexibility, but I do that with my employees anyway, with everybody that I work with. I understand that life happens. And so I have never liked really rigid corporate systems where, if you're absent more than 4 days without a doctor's note, you're gone. I'm like, well, if they're really good, keep them, So be aware. If you're hiring your kids, give me a call. I really would like to make sure that if you hire your kids, it's a deductible salary or it's a deductible expense, and that you're not getting yourself into trouble with the tax court, because they are holding this up. That's it as far as some things. Anyway, I have got to get back to work. I have an insane workload today. I have tax clients starting to come in. If you need your taxes done, I can go ahead and start preparing them. I believe I can even submit them, but I think Intuit will hold the returns until they're officially accepted by the IRS. I'm not quite sure yet. I honestly have been busy with some other things and haven't looked. I have to do that today, this weekend. I am doing my final paper for my college degree, finally. I mean, my final paper. So my final paper in my final class. So I'm really excited as soon as I submit it and it comes back passed, then I will be a graduate, and you will see it on my website, because I will probably put Bachelor's of Science in Accounting on my Abouts page. So I'm excited about that. The plan after that, excuse me, my nose is itching. Yeah. The plan after that is I will take a couple of months off, and then I will start on my Master's of Business Administration. Why not a CPA, you ask? Well, number one, Master's of Business Administration has some courses that I need to become a CPA. Number two, a CPA requires a 1-year internship, and at my age, I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm still kind of wondering. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go the CPA route, but I am leaning more towards an MBA. So I'm going to pursue the MBA, and then I can always take a few extra courses, finish up the CPA required courses, and do an internship, or at least have some of the CPAs that I've worked with sign off that I do know how to do accounting and auditing, because I've done them for 20 years. That is it for today. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I apologize. I will be back on track next week with videos every morning, and I appreciate you all. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or ideas for something that you're interested in hearing about, please comment below. If you would like to have me do your taxes, or if you are interested in our bookkeeping services, the link to book time with me will be in the description, as well as our website and our phone number. So, please feel free to reach out. It doesn't matter where in the United States you have your business. If you're in California, I can't do taxes there, but that's it. But it doesn't matter where you live in the United States, we can help you. We have clients from Virginia to Hawaii. So please feel free to reach out. We would love to help you. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon.